Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Good, yes? I was lining with some old men before the election, and well, I was amazed of their discussion. They were discussing the election of 2025, how Africans were selling cheap and UNC buying dead or alive. One old man shout out, fellas, give me your attention. UNC can't win by themselves, no election. You see, they're sitting and they're planning to make a decision. So she called out Shilaga, who the old FIFA wanted man. She said, call the trade union, let we start negotiations. And we could call out a big sale and we go buy out some Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. Sing the thing. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. She don't have all she chance and she the honor rhymes. No, what she need is some slave names, man, some big strong Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying good or bad. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Tobago and Trinidad. Oh, somebody pinch me. Hey, UNC sitting and they're waiting patiently. With about 16 safe seats, they don't win that already. The woman said, I have my people and they are born UNCs. Now all I need is some Africans who got their names out of slavery. She said that she hear they're really selling cheap, and she could buy them very cheap, 500 and a jersey. A lot of people will cry when she's finished with CPEP, because she is not holding back them P&M have nothing to get. She said this party be for country, all you never, never forget. She will care for her people and she have no blasted regrets. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. She buying Africans for sale, for sale. Listen, we buying Africans. She said we like crab in a barrel. We pulling each other down. But I want their votes, so I jam them the winning song. And so they know it. Africans when UNC wins, everybody wins. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Tobago and Trinidad. Hi, who called me?
Well, I mean, the Homeland Minister is entitled to his view, but the Hansard records, which is what I will always point the media to, the Hansard records show the position of the various independent senators and the suggested amendments that we had. So it would be useful to go back and see that, you know, our thoughts were, we recognize that there is a challenge in terms of crime, and we recognize that something needs to be done, but we wanted to do our constitutional responsibility and ensure that there were some safeguards. So that is the only Hansard record.
Xander recently lamented the uptick in murders and crime, etc., and saying, you know, the opposition does not help the situation by failing to support crime-fighting legislation, right? You would have referenced the social bill. You want to share your thoughts with us on that, on the minister's position that the opposition has not supported the government in its crime-fighting legislative agenda?
I think the opposition's position is clear. We support sound legislation. We will not support legislation that seeks to unnecessarily suppress people's rights in the name of crime fighting. Bring good legislation and we will support it.
Unfortunately, the statement from Minister Alexander is infantile. And it is because if he's correct, then if you look at it this way, It's very simple. The Zozo was what? It was a joint operation between police and army in special areas. There were only two aspects that were different. One, you could have a curfew and a cordon, I'll put that as one. And two, soldiers could arrest. Take that now and apply it this way. What is stopping Minister Alexander from inviting the Commissioner of Police and the CDS to do a joint patrol anywhere in this country that is considered to be a zone, a hotspot, or anywhere, and have the police arrest people instead of the army? Absolutely nothing. So when you analyze what the Zozo was giving you and what you can do, his statement is absolute rubbish. If you wanted to effect a practical Zozo, very simple. Joint patrol, army and police. Police has the power of arrest. You can arrest without a warrant under our law in certain circumstances. You could effectively do a virtual cordon off by police presence. You could effectively have a curfew by having patrols out on the road. It is rubbish for him to suggest otherwise.
Every time a crime takes place, all they blame it on the Zone of Special Operation Bill. Right? So we're trying to tell me police can't do their work without the Zones of Special Operation Bill.
Unfortunately, the statement from Minister Alexander is, his statement is absolute rubbish. His statement is absolute rubbish. His statement is absolute rubbish. His statement is absolute rubbish.
Our shores are open, our hearts are open, and you are safe to vet.
Every time a crime takes place, all they blame it on the Zone of Special Operation Bill. Right? So we're trying to tell me police can't do their work. The Zones of Special Operation Bill.
His statement is absolute rubbish.
Every time a crime takes place, all they blame it on the Zone of Special Operation Bill. Zone of Special Operation Bill.
Tonight, a bill that would save lives and protect this country and free people trapped.
Right? So we're trying to every time a crime takes place, all they blame it on the Zone of Special Operation Bill. Zone of Special Operation Bill.
Tonight, a bill that would save lives and protect this country and free people trapped.
Right? So we're trying to tell me police can't do their work without the Zones of Special Operation Bill. Right? Mark, so listen, we was under SOE for almost a year. What it is the government do to reduce crime under that state of emergency? I hear they lock up some man plotting to kill some ministers. Right? So all they use the SOE to protect all their own interests. All they had no concern with the citizens. And when the SOE finish, all they jib up some little thing and call it zone of operation to fight crime. Who are they trying to, mama guy? All they wasn't concerned with in the first place. We had to stop letting these politicians and them fool we, you know.
Tonight, a bill that would save lives and protect this country and free people trapped.
We had to stop letting these politicians and them fool we, you know.
Start to share in the UNC over contracts.
Right?
Stop lying.
Good night, members. I want to say something here, and it will offend some, right? My son just died because a Watts telling people that he get a contract, one check him. And the fellas and them saying, he ain't get them nothing. So they decide to come for him. Mr. Watts, you also told somebody, a gentleman that came to you from to form a carnival, and you told him you gave his part $60,000 plus to come by me for money. Why would you do something like that?
Technically.
Why would you do something like that? That is not fair to me. That is not fair to me. You didn't give me $60,000. The committee received $60,000 from Militia Community Development. Stop telling people. You gave me $60,000. You are putting a target on my back and my committee members. It is not nice to do this. Look at what is happening with Kurtmore. His son died. Right? After 6 this evening. Because of what you will be saying to other members and the constituents. You need to stop that. You need to stop that. This is a dangerous thing that you are doing. Telling people that you are giving contracts to persons and people are targeting them. This is not nice. You need to stop it.
Now, hold on there. When the post could be saying two guys killing two Napuna and one in the area, why all in claiming one of all your own get killed? Why all in claiming one of all your own, just like all the bloggers who went into the ghettos and convert the people? Why all in saying one of them get killed? Why ain't saying one of the community activists, community leaders, community group leaders get killed? Why all in saying people, family getting murdered because all you're handing out contracts and paying people in place? All they run to talk about all they need is also bill pass back. Watch. They're using the debt of their own. Even the debt of their own to try to get the Zoso bill pass. When people say all they're manipulating the crime rate, people wonder what we're talking about. Right? One of all your own get killed after all your payment place. And I shouldn't speak out when all you leave the whole of Port of Spain, East Dry River, Belmont, and environs without jobs. After I make them vote for all and support all, I don't care about all they get up and do all their work. And you see the murder all they encouraging. That is why most of the bloggers now who don't get paid for what they already do, had to wake up now and protect their own self now and speak out. Because all they ain't doing nothing. All they ain't doing nothing for them, the family, nothing. That 1-2 contract, all they run and hand this one and that one, that could only protect them for so long. You understand? They could only hire a certain amount of people. And when only have 5 people in one area working while 99 unemployed, all they're doing is creating division.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now is exactly 36 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Now today, I am on a little late. But the truth of the matter is, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. So to all that are watching me on on YouTube, to all that are watching me on TikTok, good night to you all. And thanks for being a part of this discussion here tonight. Now, many of you know from the past few days, I, Renaissance Jeffrey, would have been discussing the matter with I-95.5 and Trinidad and Tobago are still ain't ready yet to come out with that matter, because this issue here is more pressing than you think. Now, although I would have said to you, Trinidad and Tobago, that there are people and there are other people I'm trying to see if I could talk this thing in code, but it had to come out. The hell with Uvex. Let me let you know something one time. I have no cocoa in the sun. And the information here that is about to come out could affect anybody. I don't care who it affects, because the truth must be spoken. And despite what people say, what I stand for is for truth. Despite what people say, I really and truly, if a man say my belly white, I not coming here to defend that. If a man say at this point in time I is a PNM, I don't care where a man say concerning that. Because there are certain people in this country, all of a sudden somebody cannot have an opinion on their own. If they talk about this government, they just say that your PNM, all of a sudden is only a PNM and UNC that exists in Trinidad. Nobody didn't vote for Michaela. Nobody didn't vote for Kizel Jackson. Nobody didn't vote for them. Or you're in this place real different, yes? But anyway, I would have been discussing the thing with Phillip Watts. And that would have taken precedence because of what I would have heard. And Trinidad and Tobago and the wider public, I have information that will expose the gentleman. So when you could hold Phillip Watts, when you could hold, anyway, let me leave that alone. When people could make statement underneath duress, matter of fact, let me do play with all you here, you know, because we really can't play again, you know. It's a serious thing here in Trinidad. We really can't play. And I understand the duress and the distress people is feeling, not just by men like Phillip Watts, but from people that deceive you into winning high office. First and foremost, I would have gotten this clip. Must play it because I want to add some context to what is being said here this evening. So the second clip, and we will reach to the rest of people in a while. Second clip. Yeah, director. Play the second clip for them.
Good day, members. I wish to address the voice note I previously sent regarding MP Phillip Watts and the tragic death of Mr. Kutmore's son. Firstly, I extend my sincere condolences again to Mr. Kutmore and his family during this extremely painful time. After speaking directly with Mr. Moore, he indicated that he is deeply distraught by the loss of his son, which is obvious, and the way in which it happened. He also made it clear that he does not believe the MP gave him any contract and that no such contract was received. At the time I made the recording, I was very emotional about a tragedy, particularly because it involved someone close to me. My response came from a place of concern and distress. However, in hindsight, I recognize that my statement was made without full verification of the facts. While my concerns about how public statements can sometimes be interpreted still stand, I acknowledge that the way I expressed myself could have caused harm or misunderstanding. In hindsight, I also recognize the potential harm my statement could cause to the UNC and in particular to my constituency representative, Mr. Phillip Watts. For this, I sincerely apologize. I take full responsibility for my words. I am not too big to apologize when I make an error in judgment or make a mistake. My intention was never to cause additional pain to a grieving father, nor to damage the reputation of my party or representative. Let us all be mindful, responsible, and sensitive during this difficult time to the Moore family. Thank you.
Trinidad and Tobago. Doesn't that not song as a person that is reading from a script? I'll play it back again for you to hear. Doesn't that not song as an individual that is reading from a script? Now let me play back this clip here a second time.
Today, members, I wish to address the voice note I previously sent regarding MP Phillip Watts and the tragic death of Mr. Kurtmore's son. Firstly, I extend my sincere condolences again to Mr. Kurtmore and his family during this extremely painful time. After speaking directly with Mr. Moore, he indicated that he is deeply distraught by the loss of his son, which is obvious, and the way in which it happened. He also made it clear that he does not believe the MP gave him any contract and that no such contract was received. At the time I made the recording, I was very emotional about a tragedy, particularly because it involved someone close to me. My response came from a place of concern and distress. However, in hindsight, I recognize that my statement was made without full verification of the facts. While my concerns about how public statements can sometimes be interpreted still stand, I acknowledge that the way I expressed myself could have caused harm or misunderstanding. In hindsight, I also recognize the potential harm my statement could cause to the UNC and in particular to my constituency representative, Mr. Phillip Watts. For this, I sincerely apologize. I take full responsibility for my words. I am not too big to apologize when I make an error in judgment or make a mistake. My intention was never to cause additional pain to a grieving father, nor to damage the reputation of my party or representative. Let us all be mindful, responsible, and sensitive during this difficult time to the Moore family. Thank you.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I am asking you, doesn't that not song as an individual that is reading from a script? When we take words into consideration, now, Trinidad and Tobago, our Phillip, and let me send out a direct message to Phillip Watts here tonight. One, let me ask you a question. Who is this individual? What relation you have with that individual? You see, it's not time to play. You know? Yeah, we understand. Yes, director, they're trying to pull down the live again on TikTok. But Trinidad and Tobago, I want Phillip Watts to answer who is that individual, what relation if so, because that is how I want to bring out the information tonight. What relation does Phillip Watts have with this individual? Tonight is a night for real steam tonight. I know I come out late last night. Let me put up a next bit here. Yeah. Picture number 2. Who is this individual? And Trinidad and Tobago, when we see people behave within a particular way, we must understand where it's coming from. Because there is a third question that must be asked here tonight. What type of man is Phillip Watts? Picture number 3. And if you don't come clean, Phillip, I give you some time to come clean with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. How much people on this contract, you know, how much people was gifted with contracts? And when you ask yourself, Trinidad and Tobago, when Kurt Moore's son would have been gunned down, we must understand the garbage that is being sold to the public. And today I am calling on the people of the East-West Corridor, the people in La Hoqueta Talparo, to come clean with the rest of the people in Trinidad and Tobago. Because everybody keeping certain things hush-hush and don't know the motive of the man that they call Phillip Watts. So when the sister would have talked about the issue, a matter of fact, I want you to follow this here tonight. I want you to follow this. The first voice note that should have been played was this. I want you to follow me here tonight. And thank you to the next sister. Today, thanks. Let me play this here, that you could understand the narrative that we go in here tonight. Audio number 2. This is the first audio.
Good night, members. I want to say something here, and it will offend some, right? Kurt Moore's son just died because of what's telling people that he got a contract. Go and check him. And the fellas and them saying he ain't get them nothing, so they decide to confirm. Mr. Watts, you also told somebody, a gentleman that came to you from to form a carnival, and you told him you gave him his part $60,000 plus to come by me for money. Why would you do something like that?
Technically.
Why would you do something like that? That is not fair to me. That is not fair to me. You didn't give me $60,000. The committee received $60,000 from Ministry of Community Development. Stop telling people you gave me $60,000. You are putting a target on my back and my committee members. It is not nice to do this. Look at what is happening with Kurt Moore. His son died, right? After 6 this evening. Because of what you will be saying to other members and the constituents. You need to stop that. You need to stop that. This is a dangerous thing that you are doing. Telling people that you are giving contracts to persons and people are targeting them. This is not nice. You need to stop it.
Now, the sister what was now played there it was the same sister that when she would have read a response apologizing, it sounds as though she was reading from a script. And we must ask ourselves, Trinidad and Tobago, what is behind this whole situation? And tonight, we are about to do the impossible. We are going to explain this story in full. Who vex, loss. So Trinidad and Tobago, what was being said there, I was now told by the director not to bring this story yet. There are some people that we are going to see. Tonight we ain't going to drop that story because heads is going to roll. When you hear what ministers is involved in and how they are putting targets on the back of several individuals. There was once upon a time that me and a man almost turned enemies for stupid talk, for a promise. So when you go in and saying, I get this man 2 million in contracts, yeah, we know. We know about all businesses all in Guyana. We know about how much family member you have in AGC. We know. And we know about the games that was played and the setup to unseat a minister because you can't eat how you want to eat. You can't do the certain stupidness that you cannot do. And tonight, there are people whose lives is in danger because you as minister today, the phone call with the 4 girls, 2 of them spoken out. And up till today, what I get? What I have? You put 2 girls' lives in danger because they speak out concerning a particular community. And today nothing. I want certain people to understand that this government is a runaway horse. And there are no place for the black man in this government. Because we would have seen contracts tantamounting to millions by the 1%, not Syrians, the 1% Indian people. And when I am not in contravention to somebody in Trinidad and Tobago receiving $1 million contract, but oh God, if you're doing it through nepotism, come and tell me. Don't do that like that and play transparency and play at the end of the day we coming to lick down the PNM government because they're doing so much wrong. So the warning went out, Trinidad and Tobago. This administration is wicked, evil, and they never like it from the beginning. Just now, those PNM and them that cross the floor, you are not accepted here. There are conversation that is being have with the UNC executives. You are not accepted there. Kiza, you're not accepted there. Clyde Ella, you're not accepted there. The same Phillip Watts, you are not accepted there. And Oyo is going to pay for it. The people, the young men on the east-west corridor that at the end of the day Oyo picking up a gun and facing off with Oyo black brothers is not we who are here suffering. It's people like Phillip Watts. So I beg you, you put down the gun. Put down the gun. It's not them. It's not the people and them that giving people contract. There are people that paying and getting big contract. Put down the guns. Not the one on the streets. It's the one who's setting Oyo up. It's people like Phillip Watts. So if it is any gun at a bus, let me bring up Candice and the rest of people that's supposed to join me on this live here tonight. So people at Trinidad and Tobago, I hope Oyo understand where this going. And this platform is open to entertain the views of several individuals, including traitors, because they will always have that. Jesus had 12 disciples, and one among them was always a Judas. And I always keep my eye out for Judases. And despite what people say, what is said here on this platform reflect the views of the public and the direction of the host, including myself. So there are many topics in the world a man could commit wherever he wants. But there are people that want to control the directions of speech. We were here to talk about this. We were here to talk about that. This is how you should be talking. But every night here, I come with a different topic. So if at the end of the day, you want a program, then carry on your program. By all means, carry on your program. But today the topic is that, and that is what it is. So let me bring up all the rest of gentlemen. So a man could say what he want, how he want, and where he want to. But don't be fooled by the detractors and them. Candice Edwards, good night. How you going?
I'm fine, I'm doing good. And how you going tonight, Mr. Referee?
I know I come on a little late tonight, but the show must go on. And you know, we entertain the views of everybody here on the platform. This is what this platform is about. So what is your views, Candice Edwards, so far on what you've seen within the public domain? Somebody might tell you something on the street. You understand? There are a lot of people don't have them type of views. People could only see what they see on the internet and what a man pop. But we live in the experience here. We understand what's going on the ground. And they are, regardless to the factor that there might be government officials saying something different, they are not feeling it as we do. So, concerning what you hear, where is the talk of the tongue? Where you hear on the job site? Where you hear people saying about the government? Yeah, I mean, you're traveling maxi in taxi. Where are you hearing people saying? I'm senior on that side, can. There's something apparently like it went on with your phone. Right, so yeah. You know at times it does prevent certain things from taking place. This is one of the times.
Right, hi, I'm back.
Can this charge up your battery and thing now, man? This kind of thing.
No, my phone is working perfectly. I don't know what's going on. Just all of a sudden, I just get pulled on. I don't know. I get worried.
You only know how
Yeah.
to laugh. You know how to laugh.
Yeah, man. Oh God, they're fighting on the thing, boy. Oh God, because the Tory take.
Yeah, Tory take. I ain't gonna bring that one. The director tell me keep it down here tonight. So I keeping it down. It has some names and things that have to come out. They tell me keep it down here tonight. Keep the thing different. So go ahead, Candice. Where you hearing on your side?
The word on the ground, island. Everybody stopping me and asking me, when is this gracious protest? The word on the ground is people are saying they cannot take another 4 years at this. This is too much. This is too much advantage. They just can't take it. They're asking, when is the protest? So I keep telling them it's not a protest, it's a peaceful march, a peaceful walk. You understand? Because you know how they stop, you know. But they just can't wait. The people just can't wait, you know. Especially in my community, they can't wait. They say enough is enough. Enough is enough. If they know,
bless my brother.
They say if they only know Kamala was so dangerous, they never vote for that party.
Well, I guessing that everybody else have that sentiment because it's not only. You see, the reason why I ask you, because people from down in the library area where I am from is saying the same thing. This is the first time that people would have ever went the UNC way, and they regretted it in less than a year.
Yeah, boy. No, for real, no. In the maxis. Yesterday I walked down to go to the bank. The amount of people stopped me in the bank. Who's the woman from on TikTok? I say yes. Well, when are they doing this? And listen to me. It's so bad right now, that a woman said that she says if election was in the morning, she said she had dipped her whole body in the ink. First she want to get rid of the ink. Well, I started laughing.
Oh God.
She said, why you laughing? She said, lady, I would have said the same thing a couple months ago. She said, no, she said, look up, it's only chaos. It's only chaos, and then they want to come with this Zoso. They say they want to fight crime. That Zoso is to shut up the mouth of the people, to take away their rights. They say, oh, they edify the people, make sure and tell them what they want to do. This is wickedness. She said listen to me, she said she never see wickedness. The woman hold me in a whole half an hour talk. And I stand up to give she a hearing because she wanted to vent. You know, I said about my business there, but I said, look, let me give you a little hearing. And it's an ageable lady, and the woman, you know, you can see she uncomfortable. It's all on my workplace and all, you know. All on my workplace, people complaining. They calling me, Madam UNC, it's you who are in this, it's you who do this. And I say, I will take the blame. I go take the blame. No, but it's ridiculous. No, people complaining. People really complain.
I just go through the same thing too almost every day.
You see?
And you know what threatened me about this whole situation? It's as if the Prime Minister have amnesia. When she says something once, you know the woman in no time she does make a 360 and say the opposite. One time she shooting down the Dragon Deal, next minute she for the Dragon Deal. One time she shooting down CARICOM, next minute she for CARICOM. Until she playing, she go in there and reading the rat attack for them. Nobody, they didn't even mention the woman name. Kamala Prasad Bissessa is a disgrace all up the Caribbean. That is how serious it is. This Prime Minister feel the rest of the world is fools. When she feels she could fool a certain portion, a loyalist in Trinidad and Tobago, the rest of the people that not loyal to the party, that not loyal to she as an individual, is seeing straight through Kamala Prasad Bissessa. Because plenty are the prime ministers and them up the island distancing themselves from Sheena. Kamala Prasad Bissessa is a disgrace. Imagine she fighting down she own people. If she own people, she fighting down. When she put over 10,000 people on the breadline, she own people. When, as a prime minister, you're supposed to be looking at the development of the entire country, to segregate and to cause a certain facet of certain people to just be loyal to a party, you are bringing down the country. Because the US does fight racism inside of it, but they are for their country development. That is what they're fighting. What we doing here in Trinidad and Tobago, look where we is.
Yeah, boy, it's sad, eh? It's real sad, boy. And you know, they're not even responding to the people cries, you know, they're not responding, you know. They're just going ahead like they have a mission. They set out a mission and a time frame and they have a goal to achieve. And no matter how much people come out and complain and cry out, they don't even care. And to think, this is the same people who put you in power. So when the people are saying no today, they are saying no that this woman is they don't. It's for true. They really don't care. And on top of that, on top of the neglect, you have ministers like Phillip coming out there and embarrassing people, making mischief, making bacchanal, making confusion. Phillip is your best friend, but I told him, Mr. Wilson, was to play the video when Phillip was bad talking Kamala. I want to hear it. I didn't see the whole thing. I waited to throw it up on the screen. How could, I don't know, they see this UNC, there's a whole, this party, there's a whole circus club. I swear, these people is not for country. It's not for people. Like they have their own hidden agendas. They hold their own plan and objective to carry out at a certain time, and they don't want nothing is to stop that. And they put Roger Alexander and the other minister to handle the affairs in trying to muzzle the mouth of the people. But if Trinidadians only know the power that we have, and I keep telling all this, we put them there. It's we who put them there. They're not big mats in that, and this is no, you don't have to come out there with no gun or no knife or no piece of wood, you know, no. We just have to come out in a peaceful match. You see all the people that they send home? Yes, from the people that they send home to the taxi drivers with all them high traffic fine. You see all these people come out in a peaceful match. Kamala and she whole regime will buckle in their knees. Without war and aggravation and violence, you just come out in a peaceful match. And you stand up in front of peaceful. Because it's the bosses come now, all your employer come to ask all your questions. And all they have to answer, they can walk off, because if you notice, when the news media try to engage with the conversation, they just walk off, Who playing on the phone? You see Roger, Philip, no, Roger was on the phone ring back while he playing, talking. I said, but this is so people,
But yeah, it's a game, and we have to understand that we was playing.
Mr. Jeffrey, no, it's not a time for games. Running a country is a serious thing. Running a country is a serious thing. This is not a walk in the park.
No.
This is not a walk in the park. It's people's life you're dealing with, It's people's life. If you really check it out, it has crime in the TTPS. We have the normal crime on the streets. The innocent law-abiding citizens, we are between a rock and a hard place. We are looking for the bandit, and we are looking for so many officers in the TTPS. Who guarding we? And judging from what happened with Justin, look at the outcome of that. They want to turn a blind eye. They want to sweep it under the carpet. So now I'm hearing that they would have threatened the family. And you ain't hear Commissioner say anything. You ain't hear Roger Alexander say anything. You ain't hear Kamala. Nobody say nothing in aid of these people. You even hear them say, well, I'm going to take them and put them in a safe house, or nothing to help these people. Nothing at all. And this, you see that incident, that should wake up the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Because that could happen to anybody. That could happen to you, me, God forbid, but anybody. Not because it reach home by you. That doesn't mean to say you could forget about it. Justin is somebody's child. One mother cry is all mother cry. Even if his mother died and gone through where she not in this country, is a mother cry. A mother lost her child, a father lost her child. Children who would have lost a father, and the people who we elect and put in power. Look how they treated with that situation. Trinidadians all they taking life too simple. This is not a joke. We need to rise up. We need to put our foot down peacefully and tell them, no, we did not vote for this. I did not vote for it. If I was one of them who hold that yellow flag and chant, yellow is the code, if I could chest back and see what is taking place and say, no, nobody didn't force me. Nobody didn't force me to make my decision. If I could smell the coffee, wake up and smell the coffee, long before this thing with Justin Samaru. And this thing with Justin Samaru put the last nail in the coffin, the icing on the cake. Well, they can wake up. It's we who making Pararat and the whole squad live a comfortable, nice life, who driving in Benz and enjoying their life until he have on bratting like a woman for carnival. Imagine that as a minister.
No, but Candace, you're talking serious thing. Let me tell you something. I don't believe Padarat is a straight, and I tell you from what I observing, I don't feel Padarat is...
Nah, he's straight.
Yeah, he's
straight.
I don't believe straight. Talk that. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if that is your life, that is your private life, do not bring it into the public. What you do behind closed doors should not affect you as a minister, because people will not have respect for you. I don't have a problem with gay people. I have a lot of gay friends, male and female. That is their life. Once they bring it to me. But at the end of the day, you as a minister talking in parliament, you on camera you more sexier than me in a bratting and a little piece of panty pom shorts, and you on top of a truck with your whole squad. How that looking? And what? Listen to me. You see these people lie to me, and if you're a liar, I hate a liar. I don't like a liar. Why? What we do all here?
Nothing. We do them nothing.
Let me tell you something. You know why they're doing all what they're doing? And they remain quiet and they're pushing Philip. Roger Alexander and Philip in the forefront. They're pushing them to distract us, to make a bacchanal. So while we're busy warring them, they're doing whatever they have to do on the other side. You understand? Making all the decisions, all the deals, and whatever have you. And the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago sit down and we say, you see me 5 years ago come just now. Well, we can't eat the money, but here we go now. We don't even have the money to eat because they take away everything.
Now,
No.
now with that, I see somebody pop a comment on YouTube. Let me address this comment. Now, from where I understand concerning that thing with Jason, where it is on News Source page, you would have put up that he get a little corporation thing. Trinidad, let me tell you something. The UNC trying to set up Jason.
Yes.
Because this information with Phillip Watts is more deeper than all you think. What Phillip Watts is doing, it real stink. So here what they're doing, they're trying to discredit the information that Jason put out.
Oh.
So they're saying to the public that he eating something. Here what our message supposed to convey, because I would have talked to somebody in the UNC and they would have called me and they say, boy, they're very displeased with what I see the UNC do with Jason, where he get a little 5 or 6 days in our corporation. There anything to talk about? There anything
And
to
that
talk about?
I was saying something, right? That you know, corporation thing, you know, is a private contractor, right? We get a little thing with NCC to clean, and Jason get 2 days where the guy. That was
And here what they're trying to make it look now. They're trying to make it look like Jason get a corporation work. That just show you how sting the UNC is in it. So here how they're trying, what they're trying to let the population do it. To think that Jason get something and he find it too small. So he talking. That is what they're trying to get the population to believe in it. That was a plan that was hatched in the UNC office. And when the person called me, Candace, they say they're so displeased. Because what Jason say, they realize he ain't really studying them again. So here what they say, they come up with a master plan. They say, all right, let me pour this bit here and make it look like he gets something. And what he get, he talking out because he find it too small. That is the maths, the work on Jason. And I'm glad you here to talk about it, brother.
But I living around Jason. We in Port of Spain. That's my friend. Right? The contractor and all even I say, boy, I don't have a permanent job. You understand? Better you get people around who really, you know, ain't doing anything. Right? And Jason and the man good. So the man get Jason was some carnival, was from Keys Carnival, Monday and Tuesday. And the Lion say, Lion say, they hire 1,000 workers, right, to assist, right? No, as I'm talking, right? NCC has got contracts to clean the official route, right? I have a little small, I know people in there, right? So I went into a friend of mine, and you know, he let me know blatantly. He say, here, you're going on. Word from the minister, right, and the chairman, right, that all who get contract last year, they ain't getting none, right? They ain't getting none, right? He said they're taking on new people, right? And it was he was kind of like, I busy calling him to find what man, he in a meeting. I wasn't calling him, right? He tell me he go see what he could do up to Carnival Friday. He let me know too that the minister and certain people in the UNC send their friends with company. He says some of them in his OPR like banking account like business account. Right? He say one just recently get his name search and he got a contract to clean Savannah. So you see what is going on there for the people. Right?
Yeah, but I find this is too much a chaos. This is too much a chaos.
Yeah, but what you extend the going at now, boy?
Yes.
What you extend the going at? Boy.
They have to go and we as the people who know and we on the ground, we have to come together as our people and pass out, make sure it reach out. Alright? Make sure the communities that we in, the people who we get and according to the way Kiki say just now all them who the send home. Yeah, Sam, all who the taxi drivers, everybody. Let me come out, peaceful march, and let me hold them accountable. Because we them boss.
Because right now, them don't care what we say or what we do. Them, I tell you, these people don't care. They definitely don't care. And somebody had to let them care. Somebody had to let them understand here what's going on. We put all a day and we want to see some changes. Let us know what is the next move. Because I remember last time when I'm listening to Jason, after they said how much thousands of people, they keep a work drive, have people putting on their name and the information and all of that. And how much people they hire?
A few. A few.
As they say that people keep saying, let Jason address this. He did address it, a matter of fact. It's just that, we had to get Jason up here, So, Lover, Carly, let me get Jason up here on the thing here. Let me have this conversation here because the UNC, their strategists, they're too nasty and stink with themselves. Imagine they're trying to make our 2 days look like a big, like a big corporation work.
Wow.
I to tell you how nasty and stink days.
I get Esther to tell me, yeah, Sam, they're looking to come with a SOE sometime next month. I don't know when, but
so how much SOE? How much SOE they go hold in Trinidad? All this we have to do is clean up the police service, get proper body cam and put on these officers and send them out there. Roger Alexander know where all the criminal is because he was a top.
Boy, he's the biggest criminal.
Yeah, watch out. Is the reason why they're coming with that SOE is the march they're anticipating. But on Friday, let me tell you something. On Friday, we are going to deliver some letters on Friday. That is all I have to say. You see, all who like to talk less in the public, we will deal with all your Friday. So all your way that. But go ahead, Candice. Go ahead.
Yes, I tell you, watch me. These people intend to hold on to that. I wouldn't say to Trinidad and Tobago. They intend to hold on to that treasury for dear life.
Wring it dry.
They're starting to fix things,
Wring it dry.
Them not even studying the poor man, because it's not about poor, middle class, and rich, Right now it's about the middle class drop down to poor, and the poor drop down to poorer. So right about now, and somebody asked, what color are we wearing on Friday? Oh, darling, KW. We ain't decided date yet, love. At least I don't know when is the timing. They will inform me, and I will inform all you.
Look, Jason, come up there.
Yeah, where Jason?
Jason, come up there.
Yes, sir. Let me see. Where Jason? We had to bring Jason here so Jason could explain.
Jason, why are you, boy?
Jason, come up, love.
Jason.
He was on the live. He was following us early. He came on and he said hi.
Yeah. He sent Rose and thing too.
Yeah, he said Rose
Yeah.
hunting. He said Rose hunting. He said Rose hunting. We had to hear. Yeah, people wanted to hear it from his side.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You can clearly see that this UNC government, there's a bunch of ungrateful people in it. Sorry.
Is the biggest is the biggest gang I see.
They're ungrateful, they're selfish, and they're bold-faced. They're wicked.
You know, I hear the brother now talk about Khadija Amin just now. And it's just that we didn't reach around yet to bring the story with Khadija Amin. Anybody know that gentleman there?
Nine.
Let me play this thing.
Khadija NTN. April the 15, 19.
Now, I don't want to go into some of the contents of the gentleman. But there are people, a matter of fact, when that time comes, let me leave that alone. Because this, it had dirt on everybody. That dirt on everybody.
Yeah, but all right. Even somebody had it, right? Everybody had it. But if all you had the country best interest at heart, all your aim is to fix things, help the people, why not just do it? Why not just sit down and put things in place? You know, come up with plans where the people you would have sent home, you know, you could put things in place so that something, the people are doing nothing.
Look at Jason Cook. Hey Jason, we on whatever.
Yeah, we have to hear about this story because people apparently they want to hear it from his mouth.
Jason liked the video, so he liked it. So then, let me share the live with him. Let me see if I can share it.
But you watching we?
Yeah, but I don't understand that people want to hear about this thing, Jason, with the 2 days thing.
This 3-1 thing here, all Israel trouble, you know. Wait, what's going on? I know, come back on the line.
What do you mean, wait, what's going on? What do you mean, wait, what's going on? We want to hear, because I and you know, right, what take place for from the carnival, right? We brethren there. All right, you am talk.
We talking about work-wise?
Yeah, with the work-wise and the same electric operation.
With the contract
wait, don't call nobody name. First of all, one, I never get no UNC contract. I never get no contract and no help from no UNC. Somebody are wrong, was doing a little cleanup contract privately, you understand, having nothing to do with the UNC. You understand, and they asked me to assist because they realize, hey, I'm doing videos on my team and working because the fire who was working, little CPEP was doing a little URP. They say, but if you know anybody who a little work and thing, you want to assist them with a little work, and you know they ain't going out because they're unemployed and they might have money to go and job in the carnival and they want to make money. You know, and we get some people and we went out and I like the fact that I get on the ground with them to see what it like and it was good. We went out and we worked. And it had nothing to do with Phillip assisting me, no way, or nothing, no government minister assisting me, no way. People was looking out for me. And
you know that,
I know that. The same opportunity. You understand? But them now finding it fit to make a post, making it look like, hey, them help me and me in targeting Phillip. Being targeting Phillip because at the end of the day, Phillip is a nobody and a distraction. Kamala and them jabbing with the treasury while we only burning down Phillip. Phillip out there making videos to keep we distracted. What we had to focus on is people getting murdered. You understand? Now they're targeting the family. And still, Commissioner quiet, National Security Minister brushing off people. Normal. When people get dead, he brushing off people.
He
look
don't
a man
care.
dead.
He don't
look
care.
A man dead. Look, one of them own dead. They don't make it clear. Them killing you, and when they own dead, they don't care neither. That no protection, people running up and them protecting them, trying to burn me down. The people who burning me down today, getting killed tomorrow, the family members suffering tomorrow, they coming and asking me for help. So I just relaxing, I watching what going on. It's making sense. UNC is a complete failure. At least people was working CPAP under the piano and you take that. Now you come today to talk about the job drive stall. Stall. After 11 months, stall. You see people could, the landlord could hear stall, Island Finance here install, the bank could take out the loan here install.
People
Can you
suffering.
install Digicel and B-Mobile in here? Hey, this stall, the loans man in here
No.
install, the corner shop who are
Them
pulling.
their money.
You get to in here and the work drive stall. It have, by my brethren basically holding up the neighborhood, all the shops in the ghettos, holding up the neighborhoods, running little credit until work started run. I mean, like, how much they could do? A government
Exactly.
minister showing party by
Yeah, and
government
enjoying
minister showing
themselves.
party. The same people who are saying is gang leaders with contract and thing. These people workers, you have people going to these people who had contracts and asking for assistance, and these people been helping assist them. The people them call them murderers. It's the people who assist them holding up the ghetto in every crease and every crevice, and not only in Port of Spain, in every crease and every crevice, all in Miaro South, all in the UNCCC. People border. But they're making it look like everything is okay, and it's just a process, and
But it
everything
is
going on a
not
little bit.
okay. It is
It's
not
not
okay.
okay.
And Trinidadians have to come out and let them know it is not okay.
Trinidadians believe them stand alone. Everybody going through this, and there's what people are acknowledging. They're not
Yes,
alone.
it's everybody.
They're not
It's
alone.
everybody.
To the people who going through this, seeing this video, they're not alone. There's plenty people going through this and being ignored. And it's up the
Yes.
people who go out there and get the votes and get all that to support UNC. They have all the targeting them. When it's not really them to be targeted, the people not giving them anything to give all the people don't care if all they get. And they don't care because they know all they're not targeting them, all they're targeting the people who convert all and tell all, hey, give UNC a chance.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. These
Yeah.
people are millions in the pocket tapping our card. We pay money on that card. Them moving all the money reach on the card. $6,000 and $7,000 a day, them salaries. All they need to wake up. If you working for 43,000 a month, how much you working for a day? When it's only 30
Crumbs.
days in the month. Let me be
Crumbs.
real. How much Kamala working for a day? If you're getting 73,000 a month, how much you working for a day? And is the value of what you're doing daily worth the salary? You drinking rum daily, darling, could care less about the issues in the country. You're getting 73,000 a month. The next one, on when he card done
With
clocking
benefits.
AGC, he clocking in the card in AGC, jumping in the private vehicle and go all over and make videos. And then Kamala talking about ghost gang. And the backlog in AGC still standing up with 3 ministers there. You can't get a home and you putting people out. You breaking down facilities, people will have to live outside the places. You up to now he ain't put nobody in a home and they're paying people out. 3 ministers in AGC, the biggest backlog in the country, and they're paying people out. Now I hear in legal aid have a backlog where people just constantly now going to be sitting in the jail waiting to get a lawyer and waiting to get representation through legal aid. Right? The people in legal aid calling me the same, but we're supposed to make 15 visits daily. But even when we do get to make it or get to make 10, if people will just go in and draw, nothing is being properly filed, nothing is properly being processed where people get access and get bail and nothing like that running. If you get right now arrested, the society is going to say you're a criminal and who tell you do the crime. Remember, you only innocent until proven guilty, you know. And in most cases, you might be innocent. And then you know how to sit in the jail while them playing with the remand process. Is that? Back to down, man. I'll fix that tomorrow. No, but it's real. People going without, people sitting in the jail. And when I post, we're going on in the jail. And although every 4 people is $100,000 a month, right? Every 40 people is $1 million up in the jail, the prison service getting. Every 40 people, the prison service getting $1 million a month to mind them. And people eating bread, that dry, that drag on the ground, people shitting in pigtail buckets,
All right.
people living
Disrespectful.
in conditions. It's sad. I don't know what we're going to do, you know. We need to get the people to come out. That is the main problem. For people to acknowledge that we're suffering together and we're going through this together and we need to stand up together.
Yeah, and that is what they're banking on. They're banking on the
You see
people to
the post? You see what Phillip post, Candace? Phillip post, we need to lie the highway when Kamala coming home. I know post up say Sir Margaret and say that is when he post we should be lying in the highway. We need to lie stand on the side of the highway with candles in the hand when Kamala come home from America and line the highway up. Like, I don't have a fucking job to go and do when you come. I don't have to go and look for money. The pay my bills, I have time to go and see some old woman passing some car who had the whole country in a mess. These people delusional, you know. And I line, if Philip could have cut off his tongue and leave it in Kamala Boomsey, he would have leave it there, you know. That is a lick butter. No other minister running out to make stupid statements like that. Nothing, Roger. You understand? But you so like licking butter, I want to please Kamala. You understand? You King Brown Tongue, let me be real. Let me line up. But give me a blasted chance, the sun hot. The highway even cut. Make me run out the bush and bite me. These people delusional. Like, stand up by no highway. For them to pass bush.
Somebody
And
say
the new
like
vehicles that they buy with the country that don't have no money.
Somebody say like Black Candle.
They're lucky the people in like the bush on the side of the highway. And there's a whole sort of black smoke when they're coming down the road. You understand? These people have to be delusional. Pity you leaving your little hustle. In this time, where they ain't providing no employment. To pay a driver the car you on the highway to stand up to watch Kamala pass. Because Philip say that's a good job. Well, he better run out with more money than he run out budget day with to pay supporters to come by Woodford Square when they nearly rob his ass. And you could run and print a pre-action protocol. Jason Silva said that. And I'm willing to stand up in court and repeat what I just say. Right? You better run out with more money than you run out with to pay supporters to come by Woodford Square. Budget day to support a dumbass. And wait does he tell his supporters to say, chant Philip when Kamala come out. These people delusional. Nobody in chant squat.
Talk the thing, brother. Talk the thing.
But the Nelly Robbie asked the Nelly Rob status. You understand? How they try to stop it, how they get involved. The next day, they try to jump me, to switch off the phone. These people are no shame. These people are no shame.
I think Jason
want to run to talk about.
They want to pay money and tell them to chant Philip name.
To chant Philip when Kamala passing. You know, like the people supporting he. Give me a blast the chance the people come out if it does because the damn government we put in place been suffering them since April 28th till budget day. And he was paying them to come out there with the little dust that he have, right? Remember that part. Them could never come for
Men make 2 and 3 trips. Men make 2 and 3 trips.
Men make 6 and 7 trips. You understand?
I pass you. I pass you, I get 600 and all.
Oh, I done.
No, hear what I tell you now, yeah? Between me and you, you're damn right. Because at the end of the day, you have to be smart.
No, keep in mind, all this going on. While all this is going on, you're still coming saying, bring the people will have files home with everybody's name, copy ID card with paper, resumes, references, where people go check the old teacher, spend the last money to go and check old teacher and professor from in school, if we in Woodbrook, check what to go Malik to get a reference and a recommendation. Or they collect all that, make me collect all of this 6 times. Submit it to all this 6 times. And in top 8, all they submit, or they provide no employment for nobody wrong, including the 30 people on my sheet, or they're fired. As all they win the election, including the people in Shafford Court, Harp Place, St. Paul Street, Gonzales, Belmont, all they're fired as the election done. Those study who was unemployed before, you know, I talk about the people who was having a little dog, CPAP and URP with. All they fire them, and them was the first people to get jobs. All they get them no work. All they providing jobs for their friends, the human trafficker friend, the human trafficker minister. But I ain't gonna call his name yet. When they play fresh, I go call his name. Right? The jabbing and all of them having a ball. And we supposed to war each other. And we supposed to run and get away with the person who try to get betterment for we. No, it's not working. So if I did hush, it would have killed me long time. And for those who keep in hush and staying quiet, I hope not being blacklisted will all their life. I hope that. Because for all who get a house and get car and thing, your neighbor done posting up your location. Hey, look, he hiding. He moved here. We don't like him. We do what he wrong. He might bring us some negative attention to the next thing people looking for. There's no people posting all their houses and stating and commenting. We come up here for. They better provide employment for your whole team that they carry out in campaign. Because that's the problem I have with them. The amount of people in my area, in a PNM stronghold that I make, go in every crease and every crevice. When Philip pull up with numbers, there's 2-3 busload of people we pulling up with. The whole place orange and it's UNC campaign. And I tell you, we have UNC flags, everybody in orange jersey. Look, badge day. Went on the live, you know what I talk about? When we pull up candidates, the whole place orange. You swear it's fruit we selling on the highway, right? With yellow flags. Any crease, every crevice. Philip campaign like a dog for camera and we support it. You understand? All in Granby, all in Pinard.
But I'm Jason. You remember from Jump? Hey, I'm Jason. Hey, I'm Jason. You remember from Jump, right? I tell you, I say, boy, I been wrong now, man, in 2000, right? In 2020 election, I say, boy, I'm as a dog. No way I'm doing. Me tell you that?
Yeah, batch.
But I tell you that the man a big dog.
Watch out, ORL the front of them because I know what has take place behind the scene. When I see the early that Jason bond the jersey, a ball.
But the jersey, but we have a cockers bag of jerseys to burn. Burning that jersey going to become one of the biggest trends in Trinidad. When they fail, burn the jerseys. Because the plan wasn't to burn the jerseys, the plan was to go a rally and campaign against them and protest against them wearing the jerseys. Wearing all the party jerseys. In the jerseys, so the press could film the people who belong to the party protesting against the party. These are the things we have to do. When these things pop up on international news, guys, when the shame plate, they start to fluctuate. It's not local news, you know, them don't care about local news. It's your Marshall hugging up a flamboyant girl on CNN. You saw that they post it up, look here on CNN. It's a big thing because why? The world watching. That is where we had to happen. We need to start a post meeting internationally. We need to start our reviewers internationally. Trinity's don't care. There's entertainment. The Trinity's me, you can. This batch can talk till tomorrow morning. It's just entertainment for them. You see when internationally people watching, politicians abroad seeing, people who are trade interests in the country seeing, tourists who want to come here seeing, then they start to worry. Them don't care. Them intend to thief for the next 5 years, while our next one run up and down making a sudden noise, while the flamboyant girl run up and down distracting me. Everybody be talking about Padrat and nobody talking about the numbers in the treasury that they ain't showing me that constantly depleting. While we run around board and the country don't have no money, but they thiefing money though. Country don't have no money.
You mean country have money?
People with them present. People with them present, eh? We run around arguing about people with them present. Rowley came to 10 years ago, the country had no money. And you run the place for 10 years, but still we walking around believing this lie every time a politician win election, the country got no money. Brand new parados, Philip up and down in the white parados, Sunday going miracles, Philip swinging out there, Leslie plaque. You know me, I like seeing. I text him one time, my brother laughing in the car. Say, boy, looking wet in that parado, boy. You understand? That is what I see with them. I let them know one time, you know, he jittery whole Sunday. He said, Papa, you see me in the parade, I hope you moving with the ratty gang, snatty gang. And I can't go in beach. Them bummy and scared. The main thing is you didn't see no other politician.
So my thing is this, right? Or they have so much people on the breadline. And all they going about their life comfortable, boy.
Yep.
Them have a goal. Them have a goal. But we have to stop them.
Yes, we have to stop them. We have to stop them.
Yeah, we have to stop them.
Why? And in Trinidad, when we see a politician, it's, hey, look, God, hippie. And you're celebrating the finance minister. Everybody's celebrating. Look at minister.
Not with me.
Where's Michael Jackson, the autograph? That is how we is. That is how the average person is moved. So these people become numb to what they're doing people.
Yeah, let me tell you something, brother. You could be who? You could be who? Only man, or the only being, the only thing I fear, and I will give all that utmost respect to is God, because I know the power.
God.
No politician. Watch me, it was a certain politician. I saw him when they were out of power. When they came in my area and was sharing bags of money. And when I look at that gentleman, And I watch him, I say, wow, look at him. And to see him now in a jacket and tie, all I could remember is he, around election that time, some years gone by with a bag of money sharing it out because he want to get back in power. And I will bow down to these people who only put in money and power in front of God. Never happened. Never happened. You know when I will respect a politician? You see, when you will put the needs of the people first, I tell you, people might say what they want about Penny, you know. I asked that woman a question, you know, and I watch a woman dead in she eye because I want to be able to trust some fucking body. Because the ones that I trusted and the ones that I thought would have had the people back in Trinidad and Tobago, they lie for me. And you know what that woman said to me? Ah, Lord Father, this is not about party. This is about the people, and it's the way she said it. You know when a politician talks, somebody was going to talk just to buy you, to thief your head? The woman said it. The woman said it with feelings. The woman said it with such spiritual vibration. And I hear what I say to myself. I say, so then why Rowley didn't put up this woman instead of Stuart Young? Stuart Young could have a chance, you know, because he's a good candidate, you know. But not now. He's still young in it. He had to learn. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago wouldn't accept him just yet. We want a prime minister who cares about the people.
People, yeah.
You notice? I keep watching. Let me tell you something. See this mistake I make with UNC and Kamala? I'll never make that mistake again, you know. I just watch Penny like a hawk now, you know. You notice how the woman starting from the ground come up? She meeting with the people. Let me tell you something. Some time back, when we had the walkabout in Grandy, and my son was there, but he's not a person to be up front. And I introduced him to her. And you know, Penny's a big hugger. I realized she liked to hug. I too is a hugger. And when he hugged her and she walked away, I see he turned his head. I said, what happened to you? You know, his tears come out of that child. I said, what are you crying for? He said, Mommy, you never hugged that lady? I said, yes. He said, Mommy, that lady had love, you know. I said, really? He said, yes, Mommy, that woman had love. That woman had love, and I will stand up with that woman, Mommy. Mommy, we're not going back, and we stay in PNM. I said, all right, son. It's my son will convince me to go back to the PNM, really and truly.
Penny's a good woman.
He felt what I felt. And I am saying here today, nobody ain't going to stop this, you know. We want somebody who cares about the people. I don't care. Who says she's slow? She's slow. If she's slow, we will make she get fast.
She ain't slow. She's not slow. She is herself.
Listen to me, man.
Yeah.
It have people that give you a bad name and judge you. You know much thing people say about me, and when they get to know the Candice, they love me. Watch me, they just can't get enough of me, you know. They like to judge the book by the cover. So I want to ask the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago tonight. You put Kamala and you put Penny. Which one you will pick?
I'm going with Penny all the way.
Yeah.
I'm going with Penny all the way.
We elect a prime minister that's so that she doesn't care about the people. People being murdered on camera. She ain't saying anything.
Yeah.
People on the bright line. She ain't saying anything.
Yeah, but Candice, there was a time that she used to say something, you know, when she was in opposition. When that woman was in opposition, if a dog dead at the side of the road and she had to stand up next to the dog carcass and take out a pity, she would have done that. And Phillip is no different, you know. Phillip is a nasty, stinking dog, you know.
A dog is an understatement.
Phillip doing this thing long time, you know.
Lord.
I'm going to tell you something, eh? put Kamala and you put Penny side by side. And tell me something. Take a very close look. We want somebody who has a level head on the shoulder, you know. You notice Kamala has been all over the place. 1 minute she bad talking Venezuela, bomb them up, bomb them, kill them violently, and the next day she's saying we are in cahoots with the Venezuelans. We love the Venezuelans. And then the next, look, I see she talking in CARICOM, talking about dictatorship. I said, but this woman mad. This woman doesn't want to shut up.
I watch it too. A week.
I didn't realize nobody recognized Kamala Persad in that thing there.
No.
The greatest speech ever.
And you're not even seeing her coming to address the nation. Before she said her party doing it. No, I don't know what going with party. Since party make himself a fool on the stage, somebody else coming and doing it. And I don't understand what really going on.
No, well, she always drunk, huh? She always high.
I wouldn't say that. That things I would say.
She like Grey Goose.
Punching is the only thing I drinking.
Grey Goose.
Punching.
No, I wouldn't say that. Let me tell you this, Let me be real. I might say that behind closed doors, but on this wide place we is here right about now, I wouldn't say that.
You know what me and call it me and say nothing wrong. And I lie on she.
No, that's
I can say it. I can say it. I know what you say.
Punch it,
I can say
it. Good
nigga.
Give me a chance, eh?
Oh God,
don't sit to away.
It has certain people like Heavy Duty. Heavy Duty are playing this to you.
Massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand, Massa.
It's alright. It's alright. You be good for your hand. You can stay.
Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good. Toby be good nigga for Massa. Good.
You play them kind of thing again. Me mad at you, and that's how you start.
You just take out my mouth, boy.
I start to get me mad. I listen and that's how I start to get mad. I can't watch it right now, no. I cannot watch over it.
No, it has certain African people. You know why I have to play that? That telling themselves that they didn't get sell, buy and sell for scrap iron on election day. Kamala buy them and sell them for scrap. Because right now Heavy Duty on TTT trying to shape narrative. And here who he use? He used men like Jason to reach people. He used people like Kitty because nobody didn't care about Heavy Duty. People used to be watching the program and the only views he used to get is from them UNC sycophants and from one people that already know him. He would have used people like Oya to reach the ground, the grassroots. And when he done, he get about $8,000 a month. Heavy Duty is one of the most nastiest fella that I ever see in the black race.
Let me answer that, You know when I realized that man nasty and I put him in the place? We all was on a group chat. Myself, Kitty, Jason, and 4 or 2 others who I don't know. And then when they come out with the talk, they wanted to execute the bloggers, right? So I came up on the chat and I started to ask questions because first time in my life, people want to try to kill me. I don't want to dead. And people frightened about their life, right? Talking about their life. And all Heavy came up and says, oh God, or they cool all themselves now, or they go get work just now. But I start to curse because if I dead, I can't get work. I didn't ask for no work. I want to know what is my fate. So let me tell the government who I help in power what taking place so at least them could try and secure me because I stand up for them, you know. These people even turn and watch at me. From then I started watch them.
This is where Heavy Duty and them is. Righty.
91.1. Thought-provoking conversations. Bold perspectives. Voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk CCT 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Remick Smith, Stephen Reese, Derek Charbonneau, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Singh, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lee Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national
That is where your boy Heavy Duty is. Look him there for you to see him. That is where he is. Yeah, where he's in.
Give you something new, something not every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on that. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I'll go right to Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something not every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on that.
That is where your boy Heavy Duty is.
According to my St. Lucian family, Sakwe Salop, that heavy. That heavy. Look at he. And why is your black brothers and sisters hungry, going without a job, suffering, can't even send their children to school? But anyway, he looking for the bag. Collect your bag, my brother. Collect your bag.
Bag nothing.
Well, he don't know that. He don't know the bag nothing. He don't know that. He telling himself he go collect a bag.
No,
But it's coming from the bag.
Don't come back down in there because politics is like a snake and ladder game. It a man catch a ladder and they're going up. But the snake waiting to bite them. Don't worry yourself. Yeah, they're coming back down.
You see all the people who would have joined the UNC, like myself, and they have a time frame to catch themselves, and if they ain't catch themselves within that time frame, I pray God that we happen to do whatever we have to do to get these people out. I hope that when they get out, they stay out and they come over. Because they had enough to stand up for what is right. Because you cannot tell me, only has so much people on the breadline, and only partying for Christmas and New Year's, eating ham, lamb, and jam. The same thing when we cuss Rowley jockey shorts off for, and only come back to do the same thing, and only expect people to sit down and take that.
Worse.
And all they do worse. All they do worse than Rowley, and they don't care. What's the only thing? For me, the only thing I can tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to the face is go and kick rocks. That's the only thing they ain't tell it, and they must say it but behind me back. But when they're done, we see same people that coming behind the what we vote. Oh, listen to me, Trinidadians, I ain't lying, we real dotation. Let me be the first to say we're a bunch of stupid people. Because I too was stupid. But thank God I see the light. I didn't wait until night time to get touchlight to see. I see it as it is. I smell the coffee early o'clock. Because you can't
I see it early too. I see it very early.
Well, I realized I didn't see it because when I started watching some of your videos, brother, I realized it started change. I realized you want to talk because what I saying. It's not good. It's not easy, a matter of fact. For you to see your brother struggling at the side of you, and you have to paint a picture as if everything good. That is not an easy thing.
It is with me every day because I risk it all, right? You know saying? But if PLM did when I come back in power, you know you was going out here, you walk as boy, I put me on the most what happened, they would have victimized me. Right?
Yeah.
I say I prone to that. I say if it is, it would show that I would have resigned and take my wherever and get out of Trinidad. Right? Up to this data, people just meet and me and people get away. Every time a man try to bounce me down there, you quite them every time you meet me, boy, yellow is the code, yellow is the code. So it started to become in my head now, I reapplying decimal something that I can't deal with. So boy, how you yeah, man. All right, Bob. I come in from Wukari next thing it was I looking to pull for me and he looking to come in to me. So I pick up plenty enemies, but as I say, I smell it like and I started throw up little videos. Now I was rolling with NCW them right. Now that fella is a brown tongue. I holds no that's the biggest brown tongue I see. Right? Every time I chop a video, boy, take it on now, boy, and we are better than that. Get all the time. Get all the time. The sensi prep workers home. He go as far as telling me no because I tell him I say, boy, I need she knew nothing. My brother passed away. You know, I watching she little vulnerable, but I want to get something from she to do. Yeah, Sam, the man tell me, let she and two other young lady come by Queen's Hall because he has some play up there. When we reach up there, I call him the man is a scene, so it's alright. Then when Philip talk about Jason and no life, no wife, no this, no that, no the other, it's alright. Boom. I started to show up video. He see me in town the early. Boy, wait, where's that one? But I say, boy, I fed up. Yeah. Boy, yeah, I say, I fed up. You know that man? He unfollow me.
That business. Well, you know, these fellas.
I block him.
So who unfollow you, Philip?
No. NCW.
Well, right. He's an asshole.
Yeah, I block you one time.
You know,
I block him from WhatsApp too.
These fellas wouldn't come on me at all. These fellas and them don't tell me nothing, no. I don't know. I am not big bad Candace. I am not the big bad warrior. But these fellas and them like them does no trouble when they sit and they tell them don't trouble you.
There is no realness. There is no realness.
They will hide behind their fake profile and say something, but they will never come with a normal face, with a normal profile and say anything. They will all anytime you hear me, like the one who I talk about this morning, where he's saying he disappointed in me. You understand? He hid behind a fake profile and laugh, but I had to address it and let him know who I am disappointed in. I am disappointed in this government. And I am also disappointed in myself too, because I wasn't even supposed to let my anger and my rage get beside me.
And let me talk to Ricardo is on YouTube. Use an asshole. I'm telling you plain and simple. Yeah, what I'm saying. We black people, we doesn't know we worth in it. The wealth of knowledge would have came from black people when they had to talk about place like Kemet and thing. The system that we would have put into place up till this day to study it. The Egyptians wasn't white people. The Egyptians black people. Up till today they studying the pyramid. And any type of day, yeah them now. Yeah, what they saying? They're saying a bunch of empty vessels.
They will say, but empty vessels that make the most noise.
But
so
it's the same. No, it's the same empty vessels that win election for the UNC.
Thank you. And they are afraid now.
Yes.
They are afraid now.
Yes, they are afraid. Yes, they are afraid.
And they want to bring another SOE because they are afraid. And here what's going on. They know the power I got. You feel they don't know? Watch me. They know. And this power ain't come just so. This power is that fire I have inside of me. It come just so, you know.
Like God anointed.
Thank you
God anointed.
It is the God anointed because I cannot come out here just say that and make a video, you know. I had to get a call in when the Holy Spirit wake me up and say, hey, go and talk to the people. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but I have to.
Have to do it.
Just like that. So they know the fire. And let me tell you, it have a handful of bloggers who has come out and speak to the people and not just speak to them and they speak to their mind, their heart, tap into the soul. A certain amount of bloggers who understands the language of the people. And I wouldn't even call all these certain names because I don't want them to get too much knowledge. Let their mind play with them. And they know the power that we got. And that is what they're afraid of.
Afraid of.
You understand? That's why they want to muzzle it. They want to hit them with sedition. They want to do all kind of thing.
But that will never happen. We are God blessed children. We are noble sons and daughters of the soil. God have we back.
Yeah.
You understand something? Yeah. I am not too big to say I'm sorry. I'm not too big to address my any situation when I make a mistake. Right? When I realized what was taking place, and I decided after I got help from the PNM, and I see they having a walkabout, I decide to walk with them too because it's who helping the people. If I have to turn myself into the sacrificial lamb, I'm going to do so because I didn't vote for people in my community to be hungry. I didn't vote for people in my community to be jobless.
No.
I didn't vote for that. So when I cry out and the people who I put there are listening to me and the opposition leaders and them heard my cry and they came, and mind you, the things come, they didn't come, they sent it. And I had to put my tail between my leg. You hear what I'm telling you? A person like me with so much pride. I say, hear what's going on, Where my people getting help is they're going. And I stand up in the meeting proud. I didn't care who bad talk me. I didn't care who vexed with me. And funny enough, I stand up there with a bold assurance and a clear conscience. When people see me, everybody get frightened. And I wondering, little me, why are they afraid of me? Most people come and touch me and say, oh God, you come back home? You come back? So I say to myself, but why? Me, oh God, what about me? It's not what about me, it's the Holy Spirit is what have the UNC intimidated right now. Because they know the same armed force they used to beat the PNM, they treat the same armed force like shit, like dogs. And they lost it, and it's not coming back. So they are afraid now.
So with that piece of talk there, you see, we did promise the people to talk about this issue. Brother, what's going on within the corporation? We want to know, at least before we finish the show here tonight, what's going on in the corporation.
I could speak for two corporations, right? I could speak for Sawala Lavantil. Firstly, all right, now, it's in a total mess. It's in a total mess. Now, they install their people that are on the executive level. Well, it's a PNM control corporation, right? It had the councillors and them, which is PNM. It had the chairman, which is PM. But in like the CEO and the engineer and this one and that one, them is more or less like UNC appointed, right? Now, we are no tools. Firstly, no uniform, no PP, right? We just be given tasks on a daily basis. All right, like if you're working roads, that maintenance. You imagine you want to bring your worker, right? And again, you're 100 and I think it's $300 a fortnight. That to buy oil, string and gas. Extra on your salary. You're supposed to get traveling, you ain't getting that. Right? Since I joined Sawa Corporation, that 10 years ago, that's so. Right? And it have money being passed to purchase these things. You understand me? And they still don't say, oh, we don't do no work. You understand me? We is count in from like 6, 7 in the morning, right? And we on the road. No toilet for facility. If you want to go and use the bathroom, right? You might be working in an area where, let me say, the callers are so-called hotspot. You understand me? You're gonna be working in an area vehicle. No, I show it videos where I pop and I show where we working and vehicles, you understand, man. Then you're having people going and saying, whoa, corporation workers ain't doing anything. But are they supplying us, right, with the necessary tools, the necessary PP, right? The uniform, the gears. No. Right? And when you talk about it, yeah, no matter what you talk about it, but they're not brave like me to come out openly. To say, well, all right, XYZ is the case. They ain't doing that. You understand me? They are afraid to talk. Right? We come out, perform our bed early in the morning to do what you do. You understand me? And it ain't say we want to leave we want to leave early, but if it is we gain the assurance like safety, PP, and a toilet facility, we will stay. But we can't stay there and do no work. You understand, man? Whole day. It might have female workers, man might want to use the damn bathroom. A man could still go and pin up on a so. But what about a woman? You understand, man? Let's be real.
So what you
Right?
trying? Other words, you trying to say they don't have the facilities whilst you all out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
And the tools. So they're not providing tools for you people?
No. You know what they're telling you? Buy a rake, bring your waka, and we'll pay for it.
Now, when somebody going with that money, somebody cutting a flick with the rest with that money to buy them tools.
Right? For the no uniform. You understand me? You're coming with your clothes, your own clothes, you understand me? Where after you we're not getting clothes allowance. No kind of allowance. Just bare salary. Just bare. You understand? And the way to stay there, so no shelter, nothing.
What?
Yeah. Right? And then if it is a PNM control corporation, prepare for total fight-down. Total.
Good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. And you see, the people don't understand that, and the people seeing that Kamala, you see the message Kamala would have sent with the corporation, as if certain corporation is squandering money.
Money and they're not working.
And they ain't getting the money in the first place. If let me say the send money for let me say for engineering, all that money had to spend on engineering. It cannot shift from engineering to salary. It can't do that. That is not how the thing that's going to corporation. Each money is sent to specific allocations.
Yeah. Since UNC came in to power, right? 3 delays in pay, right? The last was just the other way. I had to make a video complaining,
I saw
right? And we can't get paid. When I make that video, now here always happen when them thing happen, right? Is when they look in the channel more money from here to go so for their own personal use. Under the PNM, that never happened.
I find it's too much with these people, boy. Listen to me. Trinidad and Tobago, let me be realistic here. Only is how much months already? 10 months?
Yeah, 10 months.
10 months.
This is not the first time Kamala being a prime minister. This is the second time Kamala in parliament all she life. That is all she knows. She and the whole squad. But only realizes chaos and mayhem taking place.
Yeah.
Nothing they do. Watch it. Everything they do, it backfiring on them. They're all over the place. They're not settled. It's like they're like headless chickens.
Yeah, I was saying, if from jump right, Penny was an opposition leader, she was getting my vote. Because that one I go to want. When I lock up, right, from 1999 to 2013, right, 2.5 years I spent back and forth court. I was doing my own little case and say, well, you know, I read in the arts bowl, I might have a little knowledge, I could do my own case. And I was doing a matter of mine in the high court, and now one walk in, watch me questioning a witness and take over that case, right? Free of charge, you know, and I come and win it.
Let me tell you something.
I love him hard for farm that woman.
Let me tell you
Plenty.
something. You see what you say there? And Mr. Jeffrey, I want to let you listen to this, eh? You see how God does work in mysterious ways, wonders to perform? Today, I walk in the driver's department. I don't usually walk in there, but I went there to heckle them guys and them a bit. Because they just laugh at me now, eh? Because when they see me, they just go, yellow is the code.
Just so Candice, let me hear Miss Arima 2 minutes. Miss Arima, good night.
Yes, good night. I see it's Mark calling, and I know the show will come to an end in a little while. So I decide to take the little call right now. Breaking news. This is about Cuba. Marco Rubio in discussion with CARICOM today, with them heads today, and they all come to an agreement to give Cuba oil, Venezuelan oil. That is the breaking news I now get on the internet, right?
So turn that again, I think.
I hear only talking a lot of local politics, but as you know, I like to pay attention what's going on in the region, which is important right now. Because of the bacchanal the Prime Minister made yesterday. But anyhow, we have to stand up. CARICOM standing up, she decide to ship away, right? And only picking up Guyana. And Guyana, the president, he is a kind of soft man. So she's standing up alone to fight against Venezuela and Cuba and all of this. The Cubans gunned down some Americans today. All you heard about that?
Nah, I know you're not.
Well, right. This is what they did. They gunned down 4 Americans today. They say it had a speedboat in the waters. They tell them to stop. The Coast Guard for Cuba, you know, what I should say, call the attention how they're speeding in the water. They didn't stop, so they opened fire. 6 got wounded, and bam! One time, Rubio changed his tongue in a meeting with CARICOM and decided to give the Cubans oil from Venezuela. How you like that?
Wow.
All right.
Well, loving you.
No, wait. Where Arima says a very serious thing there, you know? Because if it is Kamala just the other day was opposing the Cubans and saying they're enslaving people and the whole thing with Amory Brown. When Amory Brown said we and Cuba had a good relationship because we are Cuban doctors. And the Americans decide to give Cuban oil now. Boy, Kamala is the cheese stands alone.
They were telling you, you had to pay attention. She looking stupid now.
She falling apart.
She looking stupid now.
Look at seen it here. On February, that happened. Americans reportedly being caught in a heavy gunfire and explosion in the killing of a the cartel leader. Sorry.
I hardly hear you on the phone, Emerson, and I can't raise the volume. So
Yeah. Yes, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now. You now see the breaking news.
Yeah.
Open fire on the Americans.
So wait, so everybody else getting oil, but what happened to we?
Hello?
Yes.
Nothing for me.
Everywhere,
everybody getting oil, what?
If everybody else getting oil, what happened to we, she said?
Well, we will never get. We had to live with what we have. We ain't getting anything. They're telling all of that, but I know everything. I just watch everything with them very nothing. Because I want all kind of things to happen.
Oh,
and when
well,
it happens, then I will talk. Because I want to laugh. But all for now, we ain't getting nothing. Diosdado mean what he say. Diosdado controlling Delcy Rodriguez. I don't know if all you know that. He's the boss. And he have thousands of collectivos controlling the country up to now. And nobody ain't reporting these things to Trinidad. Anytime anyone of me go out in the water there, you're dead at talking place. If you notice how they kidnapping inside of here, a lot of Venezuelans kidnapping Trinidad citizens now. I'm not talking about the couple that they kidnapped on Mona's Island, right? I'm not talking about them. It has more kidnapping, and it has plenty more to come.
Well, they ain't go ride out with me because I wouldn't be on the sea and I am an old woman. So they ain't go.
But I'm talking to the ones who going on the sea and feel it safe. Them fishermen
Yeah.
they're going out further. Let them go. Who don't hear, that's at the field. So that is it for me.
Because they have in their mind, you know.
I want to talk too much.
All right, Arima, thanks for the call. Yes, yes. Well, you know, Arima is somebody that is always welcome here on the program, a matter of fact, where we are able to talk about international, and she understands international news very well, eh? Trust us.
Yeah.
She understands international news very well because I would have talked to a Venezuelan. Not today. Candace, you know about it.
Yes.
And the individual would have said that they hate Kamala Prasad Bisasa. They know who caused that war and all them kind of thing. But Venezuelans on specific level is retaliating against Trinidadians. And they say they're going to catch them out at sea.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
And that person, she would have reached out to us, eh? She would have reached out to us.
That ain't easy.
On our platform, on Lucas Right, on YouTube, she reached out to us.
Yeah. So Candace, you were saying something. I would like you to make that contribution a little short. We at the end. You say I tell you, we talk about an hour. Come on now, man.
You just be fresh to the confusion because you just give her time and it don't ever be that time. But that ain't nothing. Let me tell you something. You see, when you're doing the Lord's work, and I consider this what we're doing to be, although it's for the people, but it's the Lord's work as well. You know, you don't put that time on these things, but nonetheless, we have to put that time. So let me shorten it down. So when I go on across in the transport department now, the gentleman watchman, he say, yellow is the code. I say yellow is your mother. And I walk in. Let me tell you something. He said, I see you, Paul, but you're going back home. He said, let me tell you something. He said, you see Penny? She's a very good woman. I said, why you say that? Because, you know, I just like to question people. That man tell me he had a court matter. And the magistrate in the High Court and the magistrate run him out of the court and tell him, go and get a lawyer. And don't come back to court without a lawyer. He says he was going out, he brings up Penny. And he spoke with Penny. Right? And Penny, well, of course, you know, as a lawyer, have to pay for the service. And he paid her. He said, and with that matter, I asked him if he was guilty. He watched me and he smiled. He said, let me go down that road. Whether I was guilty or innocent or whatever. He said, but let me tell you something. That lady helped me win that court matter. I didn't have the amount of money they just normally charge. He said, but you see that lady have a heart. And it's because of that lady here, I did not lose my job. And he told me that's how much years ago when he was much younger. So you see what that gentleman just said there? And I don't want to narrow it down. Probably, you know, after a while, if she and I should get closer, I will tell her who it is and whatever. But the man spoke highly of her. I tell you what, man, I feel the love in that woman, you know. And plenty of people misunderstanding Penny, you know. Plenty people misunderstanding Penny.
Now she just take she time and do what she am to do.
I tell you, we need a prime minister with a level head, you know. We need somebody who know what they're about, you know. We need somebody who know what they're about. We need a proper mother. Because right now, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we wounded, we battered, and we hurt, we crying out. And who's best to understand what your children feeling? Not a mother.
Yeah.
Well,
and with here me joining Penny and Kamala. Kamala here and she children bawling, crying. You even see your children because you the mother of the nation got murdered, one cripple, and you ain't even intervene and say nothing.
She okay with that?
Look how Penny take it upon herself and go by the people them house. She even show up in the funeral and all.
Or you ain't seeing that Kamala?
Yeah.
Or you ain't seeing that Kamala just wanted to win an election?
Yeah, for all time's sake.
Exactly.
One more take for the road.
No, well, let me show you some Kamala. What Kamala, the money that Kamala getting now as the Prime Minister, she getting more.
How much money she want?
Well,
How much money she want?
Listen, Candace, she was getting more when she was in opposition. And actually, Kamala Persad-Bissessar is getting the Prime Minister salary. And she's getting a pension that is being supplemented to make up the whole thing. Kamala Persad-Bissessar was getting more money in opposition. Because the bill that was passed, where everybody get a raise a pay, Kamala money went up more than anything else. Kamala has some age, you know.
Kamala is about 70-something, 73, something.
Well, she could go into that same UNC sunset, yeah? From now.
Yeah, but all that money.
No, well, partners, as you're talking about that, and you talk about the people in your neighborhood, just look at this. We want to come up there and interview some of them people up there concerning their views concerning certain
anytime.
things.
We would love to
anytime. You can answer my number.
Mm-hmm.
Can answer my number, and you are my number.
Yeah.
I would have gotten the invitation first time when Jason and I started to do live, and people, he would have told them, look, the Warrior Princess, and all them youths come around the phone to see who I was, and they wanted to meet with me, they wanted to talk to me, but I was a bit intimidated and afraid because, you know, the stigma they give all year up there.
No, yeah, trust me. All you're safe.
Listen to me. I know now because after when actually about 12 youths come to the phone and they're glad and they was like, Miss Warrior, I wish we had somebody like you to stand up for us, you know, in this kind of way. And I said to myself, well, okay. And that was the first time I got the invite, and then Jason had invited me. So I am going to come. Let me tell you something. You see, black people, I love my black people, you know. And it's about time black people stand up for one another, you know. And in every community, it have bad and it have good.
Good.
You understand me? Just as how in the big shot bougie area, it had little bad brats in them bougie area. Smoking their cocaine, smoking their crack, taking the man, taking the woman. They do all kind of things. Just as in black communities. And they want to put Zoso in the black communities alone. If they had to put Zoso, they had to put Zoso for the whole of Trinidad and especially inside Kamala House. Because
Starting from Parliament. Starting from Parliament.
Put Zoso to all over Trinidad and Tobago. Even in the police station and all. Zoso. Discipline them, they're too wicked and bright.
Bright? And
I will come.
Don't do more that because I don't share that same sentiment when I see people like Roger Alexander. Trust me. Don't do more that this Saturday night. I'm not sharing that sentiment when I see men like Roger Alexander. I'm not doing that.
And you know it. I didn't like Roger Alexander. I had so much respect for that man.
He bright at all.
That king done.
I had so much respect for that man, you know. Honestly, you know, when I see that man fighting crime and he doing what he doing, I say, yes, black man. You make me feel like if I could have joined the force too and ride alongside you. But when I see the performance he going on with here, they know, and the kind of behavior and the kind of bully mentality, He lost all stripes with me.
I when you a case in court.
Huh?
Yeah, he set him up. Come with him that case. So you have a personal, he has something against me. Yeah. And I ain't went with no lawyer. I ain't went with no lawyer. But something where I would like the public and all of we to time, you know, it have a book called the Arch Bowl. I always talk about
Yes,
that.
yes.
That book govern every aspect of law, right? Now, if you're looking at buy it in store, it costs a lot, but you could download it and have it on your phone or your smart device. That could show you any piece of law that govern the Commonwealth Trinidad and Tobago, because we belong to we is part of the Commonwealth, and any laws that pass within the Commonwealth, Jamaica, coming right back down, England, wherever, right? We had to live by that.
And I go endorse here. I go endorse that 100% because watch me. I just make heads roll in the court because I read it and I study the Archbone, and no magistrate, no lawyer
Can't
tie me up in no court. I don't play with them. Right now, I had the Attorney General to hang before the court. There's no joke with them fellas that be doing it. When you go in a court, hey, if you know yourself and then know law,
they respect you.
Mash you up inside of it. Look at this magistrate disrespecting people, cause killing them before the court, all because they ask a question. Yeah, magistrate now. So you will know that. I silence a magistrate based on that. I say you are going on, Miss Lady. Your worship. I say your prerogative here is not to ask me if I know that. If I ask a question that I know, you correct it and then move on. Don't go through that. You're going above and beyond what you're supposed to do. She tried to summon the prosecutor and tell him talk to me. I said, brother man, I hope you're taking notes. This magistrate is out of line. And I'm not playing with them.
They must wanted to hang you by your socks.
No, let me show you something. If you don't know yourself in this place, the tie up because some magistrate has come to work drunk in the court. Some magistrate get raped and come in the court to exercise on the populace. Some policeman and magistrate having sexual intercourse, and the policeman telling the magistrate to advantage you. That is she man that she had the case, you had the case with. And when you reach there, she don't want you to talk, because if she let her talk, you go be disrespecting she man. That is how it is, in the court, I can tell you, Boy, you're getting tired. Yes, first a magistrate have it nice. You know a magistrate does have a personal assistant to open door and thing for she. Boy, I don't play with them, boy. I just call them your worship. Yes, your worship, know your worship, but you have to know your place.
No, you're paying respect. You're paying the respect.
Yes.
Right, but anytime they get out of place, I always say, the fire that I have in me, right? As a Aries born, right? Me no stand shit, right? And people that say about I short temper, me short temper, I am real, right? And if it is I seen shit, I taking shit. I go in court already, and when I went in the court and Miss Penny, she come and I questioning the witness and them. She watched me, but when she watched now, the judge I facing was a judge they call Hubert Vonley, right? She turned on and she said she looking to represent me pro bono. You understand? Vonley turned and said no. You understand? Man, it's up to me. So I say, boy, how it is going on? I hear what this man, but where I playing for is for for him to give me a bias trial, right? Because when people thinking he appeal, but you're reaching an appeal court, you're winning your appeal outright.
Yeah.
So I say, me jail me. as sure I might spend a little 2-3 years, but Penny take over the case and she am coming with it. And I always know had a love and respect for from that woman. As I say, I'm an Aries born. I know about love, I know about loyalty, I know about patriot, I know about being a patriot to my country, to my people.
I tell you, let me tell you something. I'm not just saying this because I think, I just move off our vibes. Boy, let me tell you something. If I did follow my vibes, I would have never end up in this mess. Because as a spiritual person, I was warned. But because of the anger and the vexation towards the PNM, I didn't listen. I've been really told you. I could confess this here right about now. I was warned, but I so wanted to get back at the PNM because I was angry at them. Because it's my belly, it's my child, and I reach out to them. You understand? And it's the youths in the community. And when things went left, I get angry and I decided I would teach them a lesson. But when the dust settled and I realized, because the PNM, I had to take some of the blame to her. We're being real here tonight. Some of them, they're questionable to her. They have done things, that they had to check themselves because the PNM is not a bad party.
No.
But they lose touch with the people and they have to come down and meet with the people, understand the people, become one with the people, and do not leave the people's side. Usher them, guide them, coax them, hold them, be true to them, be honest to them, be faithful to them, because as we employ all here, we can run the country for ourselves.
No.
And I realize that is what Penny is doing all on her own, and I hope the others will take pattern. Penny have a heart, and I don't care what nobody say.
I see she. And on my campaign, I never mention nothing. I never talk nothing about she. I'm more born out like Stuart Young. I'm more born out.
Don't worry, I born out she asked too. I cuss up she asked. I cuss up Stuart Young. I cuss up all of them. But here what's going on? They needed the cuss too, some of them, for them to check it and get it right. But we love them still.
Still, yeah.
We love I love all of them still. You feel if I see Stuart Young, me ain't gonna talk to Stuart Young? I am going to talk to Stuart Young.
Now what he passing me straight,
That nothing, don't worry, you go fall in. Hello.
That nothing, me passing straight.
Hello. And Philip. Hello, wait now. And Philip Edwards Alexander Cosway Kamala and talk how dirty she panty crutches and smell stinker rum.
Yeah.
And look where he is today. He's Kamala best soldier on the ground. He's Kamala best blogger.
Yeah.
You understand?
But I ain't see making no videos. You say every day is 2-3 video.
Remember, I shut him up. Remember, remember, I tell him. Remember, I told him, continue. I remember I roll out the red carpet for you. See the video? You see that day? You see that day when I make that video? Go on my page and I tell him I rolling out the red carpet for him. Continue to embarrass the people. Continue to insult the people. He doing a good job at the doorstep. And shortly after that, a certain minister sent me she number for me to contact she. And after that, I hear he come out and make them kind of embarrassing remarks at all again.
Well,
after that,
well, Candace, come on the show early now. This cannot be very good.
No.
Let me call this thing down close to Saturday night. Go and sleep. Candace, go and hook up your band. Let me call it over. Call it quit this Saturday night. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow we outside and we sharpening we saw tomorrow.
And here what we plan to do. I tell him, Mr. Jeffrey, I'll be first for the country, and I'll talk to you off air. But I want to invite bloggers, other bloggers, like we have Mr. Wint. Well, I realized Jason will come on, do his thing, but Jason kind of different. I love him still. But, I want to get people like Kitty, other bloggers to come and share their ideas, share their views about what's taking place in the country, if they agree with it, if they still want to give the UNC a chance, if they see any hope, if they see faith. I want other bloggers to join us. So the invitation is out there.
All bloggers.
You understand? All bloggers, come out. Yeah, we not. This is not about like campaigning. You're coming out and you're telling me your feelings, what you
Feelings,
feel,
yeah.
what pressure, where you're going through. Let me talk the things.
Yeah, but in some months to come, I will be calling on all these bloggers and them, all of you all, so we could get at least 10,000 people outside the parliament. That is what we want. We have to shut down this place.
I feel we can get more than that.
What you say?
Boy, I hope so, because let me tell you. You see that crowd I see Juve morning? Me and Lionel, one time in my mind, if I could have walked, if I had powers, the Iron Line, I would have captivated every one of these people's mind and change it from whining and dancing in the road and carry them in front of Parliament. I swear my belly hurt me. My belly hurt me. I said, oh God. Right then and there, I started to talk to people in the crowd,
Yeah.
I tell you, I started to talk to the
crowd. When the time come, we go talk to them from here now. Let everybody come here. We have serious thing to talk. We want 10,000 outside Parliament. Kamala and she incompetent band ministers have to go.
Seen that. Full 100.
Man, they ain't good for Trinidad, nah. They show me that they ain't care about you. It was not a secret, they blatantly show me that they don't care.
Well, Candace, I know you is the prayer warrior. You understand? I will call you after the show. Prayer warrior. Prayer warrior.
Because I just go.
Well, brother, thanks for joining us here live tonight.
Yeah, much love, right?
Yeah, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, brother. Candace, well, I know what you want to say in closing. Or you say something in closing now. Where's your closing comment?
Mr. Went, you want to say something in closing and I'll go after?
Well, I enjoy the little moment, I hope that, that the people who see and who view on TikTok and on YouTube, wherever, I hope they come to the sense and let me look to do what is right.
Right. Thank you very much. Well, in my closing message is that I want the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to sit down and think. Pay attention to everything that is taking place and ask yourself this question. Do you deserve to be living under this condition? Ask yourself if that is your portion. Ask yourself if this is what your children and your your generation deserve. Sit down and ask yourself. And when you're done, when you sit down and you ask yourself, you convict yourself, I want you to ask yourself what you're prepared to do about it in a peaceful way. Because we can't stay like this. This is a no-no. This is not what we vote for. This is hell. This is not what we voted for Trinidad and Tobago. I would like each and every one of you guys to wake up, smell the roses. We did not vote for this. Okay? And you guys have a pleasant night. Thanks for tuning in and watching on. Have a blessed and safe night, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're welcome.